Guys, 50% of US firms have paused hiring and 1 in 3 are planning layoffs. This is according to a shocking new survey released by resume.org. But who's most at risk? How do you prepare? What the heck are you supposed to do? How are you going to remain relevant, respected, and financially free in a job market like this? Well, we're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, I want to take a look at the survey that was released by resume.org because there are some shocking data points to look at. And by the way, if you want to keep up with what's happening in AI and how it impacts your life, this is definitely the time to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm bringing you fresh videos every day of the week, except for Sunday, because on Sunday we rest. So make sure to subscribe right now. And let's look at the survey from resume.org because there's some shocking data points that I think are worth noting here. The first of which is the people that were interviewed here. So resume.org surveyed 1,000 US business leaders about hiring and workforce plans for 2025 and 2026. And here's some of the data. 1 in 10 had completely frozen hiring. 41% of business leaders had cut back on hiring. 4 in 10 had laid off employees this year in 2025, and another third are planning to fire more. 6 in 10 are likely to lay off employees in 2026. So you're seeing over 50% have either fired, are firing, or going to fire in the near future. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 4 in 10 plan to replace workers with AI by 2026. 4 in 10, that's 40% of employers, 40% of companies are planning to replace employees with AI. So, guys, if you own a company, if you are a business owner or business leader, you got to be asking yourself, what do I know? What do I not know that these guys know? Why are they laying off for AI and I'm not? And if you're an employee, you got to be saying, is my job at risk? And again, we're going to get to that in just a moment. And what are the top reasons for this? Well, the top reasons are listed by these companies as follows: economic uncertainty, trade policy, and AI adoption. AI adoption. Let's look a little bit more closely into the reasons why they are firing. So 50 reasons they are laying off employees. 55% of employers said that there was economic uncertainty. 42% stated profitability pressures. 39% tariffs and trade policy. By the way, I had an interesting conversation the other day with my uncle. My uncle imports basically he's selling high quality appliances, and they get a lot of their appliances from Europe, Italy, Sweden, etc. And he had just told me that like the tariffs have completely ripped him apart. And this is a pretty conservative guy, definitely not like a rabid pro-Trumper, but certainly, pretty conservative guy. And for him to like, he was like not happy about the tariffs at all. It's like it completely ravaged his business. And then 35% of companies noted that AI adoption was their reason. So guys, that's not zero. And I've been talking a lot about this on the channel recently. No, there's so many companies trying so many different things with AI right now. And a lot of the stuff that's being tried isn't going to work. Okay. And again, once some of these AI ideas start to work, companies are going to start to adapt them. They're going to start copying what their competitors are doing. So even if only 35% are saying that AI is the reason they're laying off employees and pausing hiring, that number will increase, guys. That number is going to increase because once one company figures it out, everyone's going to start copying them. Okay. And you just got to be ready. Who's most at risk? And I think this is interesting to know, again, from both the employee and employer standpoint. Who is most at risk? What positions are on the chopping block? So 48% of companies said that high salary employees are first on that list. 46% said that employees lacking AI-related skills. Is that you? 46%. 42% said that most recently hired employees. 41% said entry-level employees. I think that number is actually only 41% because companies just aren't hiring entry-level employees right now. They're just not doing it. I mean, I cover this in a video. I'll post a link to it here. College graduates cannot find jobs, guys. They just cannot find jobs. I recorded an entire video on this. The numbers are shocking. The unemployment rates have just exacerbated from 5.8% to 6.6%. That's a 50% increase. And that's just in the last 6 to 7 months. Big deal. There's some other smaller ones here. Younger employees, older employees, about the same at 30% each. H-1B visa holders at 19% each. I think that's interesting. I covered the H-1B visa program in quite a bit of detail the other day. Post a link to it there. Tens of thousands of you have watched. Hundreds and hundreds have left comments. I find the H-1B visa program to be a very interesting topic of discussion. I'm not going to get into that video in this video, but you can check out that whole summary there. So we've looked at what's going on now. Who's being fired? Why are they being fired? And I wanted to share some quotes here from Dennison. She's the head of career advising at resume.org, because she had some interesting insights here, and I'm just going to go ahead and quote her here. So she says, high salary roles are often targeted first because companies see immediate savings in payroll. And employees lacking AI-related skills are vulnerable because organizations are accelerating automation. Guys, right from the head of career advising resume.org, it's like, I don't understand you guys in the comments, by the way. I just want to go on a quick riff here. I don't understand you guys in the comments saying that AI is overrated, or it's always an Indian, or it's not real. Guys, there is so much smoke from everywhere right now. I don't know how you can deny that AI and automation is not going to impact your job. I just don't get it. I mean, I'll look in the comments and people say, well, I'm a software engineer. I've been in the field for 25 years and AI sucks and it's not accurate and it's no good. And then in the same post, in the same video, I have someone saying, oh yeah, we're using AI to write all the code in our organization and it's sick nasty. What do they know that you don't know? You need to be opening your eyes right now, guys, before it's too late. I'm telling you. I was talking to a friend of mine. He says he's got 3 computers all using, he's got his main computer that he uses, and he has 2 other computers that AI agents operate all day. What do they know that you don't know? Because I tell you, if you're not picking this stuff up, guys, you're gonna fall way, 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 way behind. Let's go a little bit deeper into this topic. So one of the data points that was also shared, 4 in 10 companies, 40% of companies will replace workers with AI by 2026. And I wanna share another couple quotes here from Kara. She says, AI adoption is going to reshape the market more dramatically over the next 18 to 24 months than we've seen in decades. We'll see continued displacement of routine and process-driven roles, as well as entirely new categories of work centered on AI oversight, data ethics, prompt engineering, and human-AI collaboration. Sounds obvious. And this is another point, guys. The problems that have been solved in the past are not the same problems that are going to need to be solved now. What problems are you solving, and is that a relevant problem to be solving? If not, now's the time to start figuring out what new problems you can solve and what overlap with your skill sets. She continues here. Technical skills alone won't be enough. Adaptability, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence will become the defining differentiators for talent. To future-proof their careers, professionals should be building both digital fluency and human skills that AI cannot replicate. And I totally agree with Dennison, head of careers over at resume.org. Totally agree. This is the stuff we've been talking about on the channel for weeks, if not months now. I couldn't say it any better than that. I will say though, that if you have not yet, you definitely want to subscribe to my newsletter, AIupdate.ai, because while we can highlight some of the problems and some of the solutions here, AIupdate.ai is your #1 resource for staying ahead of the curve, understanding what's happening and how it impacts you. So go ahead and subscribe to the newsletter. So to kind of tie a bow on this, what am I doing? What am I looking at? How am I deciding what projects to work on? Upskill, 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 upskill. Keep upskilling. Whatever it is, keep upskilling. Learning AI, learning systems, networking. If you can't talk to people, learn how to talk to people. It's upskilling, okay? And so again, to that point, it doesn't necessarily need to be, oh, I need to learn how to use AI. Now, there's a lot of different skills, and you need to identify where your leaks and opportunities are. Is it a $10,000 leak, $100,000 leak, $1 million leak? Start thinking about these things. Be public. Don't just be quietly going into the night learning all this stuff. Be public about what you're working on. We live in a social media age, guys. the things that you do publicly are going to, people notice. And so you want to be public about this stuff. It's going to be important. Build your relationships. It's not just enough to do this on your own. People need to know about it. You need to build relationships. The relationships are going to be key. I covered this in a video a little while ago. Post a link to it here about how AI has completely overwhelmed the job hiring scene. If you're looking for talent or if you want to get hired, it's not what you know, it's who you know, guys. Who you know, 4x, it quadruples your chance of getting the right hire or getting hired. It's very, very important. And then I mentioned this earlier, solve problems. Keep solving interesting problems. The problems that you've solved in the past might not necessarily be the same problems that you'll be solving in the future. The world is changing. You're gonna need to reinvent yourself every 2 years for the rest of your life. And I hope you can take that to the bank, because as men, if we lose our jobs, we lose our relevancy in the market, we're gonna lose the respect of our wives, we're gonna lose the respect of our communities, our families. That is no good, boys. We need to remain relevant, respected, and financially free. That is just foundational to what it is like to be a man. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. If you enjoyed today's video, you'll definitely like yesterday's video. Post a link to it here, where I explained some exact, very specific ways in how people are using AI in the auto mechanic industry. I was talking to a friend of mine who has been in the auto industry for about 25 years, and he explained exactly how this large chain is using AI to do proposals, to do estimates, to take calls. I revealed the exact numbers and the data points. You definitely want to check out the video. It's very, very interesting. He blew my mind with some of the stats. All right, boys, I'll see you there. Make it great, all right? Peace.